Hey Digby,
Hey,
what's on your mind?
I reckon we spend too much time trying to solve problems. That's what I've been thinking
I
about.
love solving.
Yeah, I know you do. That's why I'm kind of stirring the pot.
I can see this little cheeky grin on your face. Hey, that thing you like sucks.
It's just got its place. It's in that little box like that.
All right, talk to me about that.
I reckon when we're solving problems, a lot of the time the frame is make something bad go away.
Yeah.
This is a problem. It needs to go away. Oh, look, I've solved the problem. It's gone away, back to normal. Right?
Or like, I've solved this. Oh, I didn't know there were 12 other ones underneath it. Ah!
Yeah. Shut the lid, nail it down. So I guess my beef is with the back to normal, make the problem go away thing, right? Which we've talked about a few times.
Yeah.
So I reckon there's a different frame. Not to say problem solving is bad, because life is full of problems and we do need to solve stuff, right? But I think it's not enough. So besides problem solving, to me, there's possibility generating, which is the kind of the creating.
I don't have time to generate possibilities. I've got problems to solve.
So predictable.
I'm being the devil's advocate for this.
Are you? No. Are you good at that? Yeah,
But actually, you would think that problem solving is considered to be our core business and possibility generation is the luxury stuff.
It's kind of like the nice to have.
Yeah.
And I reckon we need to flip the whatever ratio there is. Like I'll get to that 10% of my time and do some possibility generating. And maybe that's the offsite we do once a quarter.
Yeah.
Right?
And I ran out, a problem came up.
Yeah. So I had 5 things I need to firefight, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I reckon we feed off problems. And you see so many leaders who do, right? It's like, no, my job is to solve problems or help other people be good problem solvers and keep the status quo okay and make sure it doesn't fall off a cliff, right? And now in this context, that's nowhere near enough, eh? So we need to be able to, I think, not just do it, but have the courage and the skill to be able to go, oh, what do we want? Yeah.
So I reckon there's levels to this, right? There's like solving problems and then there's like dissolving problems, which is the systems change stuff that we like to think
good
about.
Language.
Thank you.
That's nice.
I've been writing a book. Out of 90,000 of those words, I think 12 of them are worth quoting on what's on your mind.
Keep that one.
But then there's just doing new stuff, right? There's creating new possibilities. And so if you think about like a firefighter, and so you can be fighting fires and that is very rewarding work because like you're saving children and you're putting things out and it's very tangible and people can see that you're doing it and you're like, look at me, I'm a fireman, I'm hot, I'm on a calendar, too far. And so that's cool and there's there. And then there's like, I am the emergency manager. I'm still wearing a uniform, but I'm busy working on prevention strategies and talking at schools about smoke alarms and being that guy.
Or I'm inventing smoke alarms, right?
But then there's the guy that sometimes is like, let's set a controlled burn.
Yeah.
You know what? If we really want to do
Absolutely.
something about these forest fires, we can prevent and clear shrub and we can fight the fires, but we need to set a controlled burn occasionally because that's how you clear shit out from underfoot and make new growth possible.
And then there's the person who goes, what's the place of fire in society, right? Which is the whole bigger one.
I think that's the stoner. Fire, man.
Yeah, awesome. Bring it. Yeah, because that's kind of almost like the philosopher leader, right? It's the ones who go, like, actually it has a place, but there's a paradox here. Right? So anyway, I think we come back to it really, what's the word? In a granular level.
Yeah.
I've been asking managers lately, so if you were to think about how much time you spend problem solving versus possibility generation, where do you...
Oh, what's your split?
Yeah, what's your split?
Oh, that's
in
good.
a week, right? Good challenge for you.
It's a great challenge.
Isn't it? And so I started doing it for myself.
Oh, no.
And
What'd you find?
There's a pretty downer, actually. So I reckon I'm spending 70% of my doing time in that. And I reckon that's being nice. And a lot of the time it's stuff that pops up. But so there's kind of like the reactive stuff that you got to deal with. But then there's also the, I've got to respond to this or whatever, and I've got to do it in a day. So that's kind of making that go away. I reckon, though, I spend a lot of my thinking time, and this is maybe a personality thing, thinking about possibilities, but then not having enough time to act on it because I'm in this kind of reactive mode all the time.
Oh, that's so true because, first of all, the new stuff doesn't happen by accident. And I blame COVID for this because I have all my best ideas on a plane and I'm never on a plane anymore.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's one thing to scribble down notes in your diary or put them on your phone.
Don't we have heaps of those? Right?
So many. I have so many of those of all the new things I want to do. And so, okay, we've carved out just enough space out of our busy, reactive, firefighting schedule for a little bit of possibility generation. But have we made any time to actually play with that
and prototype it,
do something with it, try
so
a new thing out?
So that's where I'm landing, right? Because I reckon the language of stuff like experiments. And like, I'm just going to try some stuff with you. Can we just... So I've got a group of mentors I'm meeting with tonight who are my Changemakers Brains Trust, right?
Yeah.
And we're actually having a conversation about how do we help people design and learn from experiments. And I'm going to try some experimental stuff with them in the moment. Because I had all these ideas. So I'm going to lob it in, go, okay, can we just try some stuff? And from that, it'll be possibility generating, but it'll also be progress.
Okay, so
we'll make progress.
Give me your macros. Like if you had to do your split... You know, it's like protein, fat, and carbs. Give me your macro split between solving problems, generating possibilities, and experimentation. What's your ideal split? Is it like 50, 30, 20 or what? That's it, the first one I said. That's
pretty much. Having said that, it depends if it's a day or a week or a year, right? Because I think what I'd want over a long period of time is way more in the possibility generating. Yeah. But I think there's something about in the problems lie the potential for possibilities.
And connection to outcomes and understanding. So you can't expect to live in with your head in the clouds and not actually get your hands dirty and see how people feel and how things are working.
That's the experimental thing, right? Because if you're going, oh, there's this problem, what if we solve this problem in a different way? Yeah. That's possibility generating. So I think we could have more of those sorts of conversations.
So you need to be in all the places, but you just need to make sure you're making time for all of them.
Exactly.
Yes.
And thinking at multiple levels. Yes. How much time do you spend on problem solving versus possibility generation versus the dissolving problems as well? What's your ideal split? And how might you take the idea of experimentation to blend all those together?
Just experiment with it.